Hello and welcome to Lifelong Learning on Location. Today we're on location at Western Nevada College. We'll be talking with folks from the English as a Second Language and outreach areas about Latino college success. We're in the English as a Second Language lab where folks who have English as their second language learn how to prepare for college classes. With me are three members of the Western Nevada College staff. How do you do?
Hi.
Hi. From my far left is Katie Leo.
Hi.
And Luis Terra.
Hi.
Lupe Ramirez.
Hi.
All of you have a very important role to play in Latino college success, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Why don't you tell us what you do, Katie?
Well, I am the outreach coordinator here at Western Nevada College, and I work mainly with high school students. I go out into the communities, mostly Carson, Douglas, Fallon. We're in Lovelock and Urington and Hawthorne. We travel all over basically Western Nevada, servicing our high school students and creating a bridge between high school and college.
That's critically important, isn't it?
Yes, it is, especially because being in such a rural part of Nevada, we need to make sure that our high school students and parents are educated about what really goes on at college and what they need to do to get their kids prepared to attend college.
That's really important.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Luis? What do you do at Western Nevada College?
I'm the Tech Prep Outreach Coordinator. I work with high school too, Tech Prep programs. Actually, we have agreements with 13 different high schools in the Western Nevada area, and we create some agreements so that way that any student, as a junior or senior, can take advantage of this program and get college credit. And also, I work with adult population and everywhere in the counties and mainly in some committees here in town to promote education at Western Nevada College.
Very good. So you're a liaison in the community as well.
In some way, yes.
Oh, great. How about you, Lupe? I know you're also assisting in Latino outreach.
That is correct. My primary role is to assist the Dean of Student Services, who oversees the entire Student Services Division. And part of the Latino outreach is part of our division.
Absolutely.
And so we are helping out with the activities that are happening.
Actually, I mean, the Latino population at Western Nevada College continues to climb, doesn't it?
That is correct. We are noticing we are working on bringing more Latino students to the campus. That's one of our primary goals.
I would imagine so. And of course, they're the primary minority, if you will, in the area.
In Nevada, yes.
And a growing population in our communities.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. And so I know that all three of you have some really interesting initiatives that are happening this fall at Western Nevada College. And I know one of them that's coming up very soon is a Latino Community Day. And perhaps you could all kind of tell me a bit about that. Who would like to start?
Lupe, do you want to start?
Sure. We're very excited about this activity that we're having on October 6th, as you mentioned. It's the first time that we are having this event, and that is to invite the Latino community to the campus and introduce them to the different programs that we have and the different courses that they can take, and basically to make them feel welcome at WNC. Let them know that they are part of our community and we want them to come and participate and get an education.
That's perfect. Katie, what will they be doing?
The kinds of activities they'll be doing, we will have alumni who are Latino, who have graduated. We have a police officer that works for Carson City. We have a nurse who works for Sierra Nevada Surgery coming. And we have a couple other faculty that will be presenting. Luis and Lupe will be running the show, basically, for us that day. We also have current students who are in the ESL program who are going to college as well that will be talking to the parents. And we really are looking at high school students, targeting high school students as well. So we want to bring up that population here and introduce them to the college so that in the spring when we have events, they'll come and participate more frequently. So we're doing tours of the campus. We have raffle prizes. We're giving away a 3-credit class. So,
which is worth more than $100.
Right, $176. So they can come and take a free class on us. So that we're giving away a ton of prizes. We have tours. It's just going to be a fun day. We're also offering childcare up to 6 years old. So if families want to bring their children, We have our child care center here on campus who will have people watching them so that they can enjoy the day and get involved with their children, with their students, if they're high school students or if they're interested themselves.
That's a huge asset. When you have kids, you know, it's hard to concentrate when you have little ones tugging at you.
Yes.
And now the all-important question is, will there be food?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to be providing a free lunch, and at that time we're going to be giving away prizes. And we're going to make it a fun day, but most importantly, informational. We want the community to know the basics of how to enroll in classes at the college. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to initiate that process. I have heard from various, families in the community, and that's their concern. It's like, well, how do we even, go to the college? How do we sign up for college? So that's the information that we're going to be providing that
Absolutely. Day. Louise, you'll be handling tours and things, and what will you be doing?
Everything.
Yeah.
A little of everything. And I just want to add something about what Lupe said. We also are going to have information about counseling, because that is so important. Many students, they just come to the college and they don't go to counseling, and they don't know exactly what they want to study. And we want to provide that information. And also, there are many ways that they can save a lot of money, and the best way is to apply for financial aid. We are going to be telling them how to apply for financial aid. And also, this is not going to be just for the high school student, but also for the parents, because we have programs for them too. The college has many technological programs that they can get in it, and they can get some good training and get more skills and go to work.
And ultimately earn more money.
Oh, yes.
So you'll be doing a lot of the counseling aspect of it too, to tell people the opportunities that there might be that they hadn't been aware of.
We are going to have some representative for every area. One from counseling, one for financial aid, and another for admission and records. And the good thing for that day, we are going to have translator for every one of those different programs. We want to make sure that we can give them the right information so that way they cannot bother to ask what is the process, and we are going to be able to help them and to work with them and make sure that they can take advantage of the programs we offer here.
And that's very important that you have Spanish translation, because folks may not feel comfortable asking complex questions in another language. I know I wouldn't. I know a little bit of French, but it's only for the simple things. To get complicated, I would need to have someone help me, and I think that's a really valid point.
It is, and that's when Lupe said we want them to feel welcome, that's the main reason. If they can hear us speaking their own language, they will be happy. They will feel confident, and they can come to us anytime they want. And again, we want to promote education. We want to let them know that they can come anytime they want, and we are here for them. That day is going to be specifically for them.
But obviously, the classes at the college are in English. However, there are opportunities to learn English better through programs like the lab we're sitting in, the English as a Second Language program. Tell us what they do here in the English as a Second Language lab.
They provide English as a second language classes, and that is for the adults to learn how to read and write English. And I know that they've implemented a new class this semester, and it's a transition class. It's for those advanced students, for the advanced ESL students, to transition into the regular college level classes. It's a really good class.
A bridge.
It's like a bridge, correct. And that is an addition that they've added to them, ABE ESL department. So I think that's a really good thing. That's another thing they're doing for our Latinos, improving their services.
Absolutely.
The other program they have is the adult basic education and the GED test preparation. And it is my understanding that they also take the test to get their GED.
That's great. Then they can go ahead and bridge into the college classes
as well. That is correct.
Well,
although GED is not required to take college level classes, it is encouraged for students to get their GED.
Absolutely. And I also understand that Western has students whose native languages are more than 20 different languages. So it's not just Spanish in terms of
Right.
the English as a second language. That you're aware of that too.
We work with Native American students as well. I don't know.
We have Europeans, we have people from China, Japan, Philippines, and from everywhere. Even from Russia, we have some students.
Sometimes people don't realize that a small college in a small state would have such a diversity of cultures, but it's true.
It is true, and we acknowledge that when we have our festival, we have an annual multicultural festival, which we have had for about 12 years, and we see the variety of culture that we have in the community. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful experience for us to learn about different cultures, and that day we welcome all the communities. You know, it's a learning. It's about learning about different cultures. It's good to have. Yes.
Now, both of you, of course, are Latino culture. Tell me what your background is, Luis.
When I came to this country, I didn't know exactly what kind of education I was going to be able to get here.
And where did you come from?
I came from Nicaragua many years ago, in the late 80s, and I came to Carson because I know that this was a small city, and really nice to see your kid growing up and take them to school. And this is a great community, and that's why we can see the growing of the different nationalities here in this town. And when we offer programs here at the college, sometimes we don't realize that we have people, like we said before, from different countries, and sometimes the needs are different because people from Mexico, Central America, and South America, we might going to think they have the same need, we are going to provide the same programs,
right.
But there are different needs, they have sometimes different educations, and the good thing is here we are open to see how we can explore what we can do for them.
Absolutely, and people come to the college who have college degrees from another country.
That's correct.
Just as you did. You had degrees and experience, but you came to another country and it kind of had to start over in a lot of ways.
Yes, that's the reality because we have many professionals living in this area, and sometimes they don't know what to do, and that's why outreach is so important. We are trying to go to find them and bring them here to the college because we have something for them, and we can help them in the transition, like at the English class, transition to the college and help them to be more productive in this society. And those professionals will feel like they're welcome here at the college if we said, here is what we have for you.
Absolutely. Lupe, tell us a little bit about your background and your story.
I came here I came here to the States when I was 13. I come from Mexico, and I started high school at that time. The high schools did not have a program, so it was very difficult. They just kind of placed us in a Spanish class for us to be able to pick up a little bit of English. It did take me about a year to finally start being able to communicate with other people. It was very difficult at that time because, again, they did not have the education or the preparation for English, for non-native English speakers to learn English in place
that they have today.
Exactly, that they have today. So it was rather difficult. But I did go to school. I did go to high school here, and then I started here at the college in 1989. And my experience here has been fabulous. I mean, it's been wonderful. It has been challenging at some points because, again, English is my second language, and so I do find some classes difficult. But the nice thing is that the instructors are able to work with you. They're willing to go the extra mile to make sure that you do get the required attention and education. We also have an academic skills center where you can go and get help from the tutors and
that's free
be able
to
succeed. Yeah, that is free to students, and that helps you succeed in your courses. So it's been a wonderful experience here at the college. I did complete my Associate of Applied Science degree a year ago, and I continue taking classes, and I hope to achieve a bachelor's degree.
And you're one of those great adult students that we were talking about who's so highly motivated because you worked while you went to school and you have a husband and a child.
I worked full-time going to school, and at a point I only took one class. There were times that I did take 2 classes, but for the most part I did take 1 class per semester, but did not give up. And like you said, I did have a child at the time, and it's even more difficult when you have children. Of course, when you have a family, it's much more difficult, but you find the time, you make the time. You make the time. It's harder, but it's totally worth the sacrifice.
Look how proud you must feel.
I am.
Katie, you probably talk to a lot of high school students in Western Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
How do you impress upon them how important it is to get going into college instead of, getting on with other parts of their lives first, but to get that college degree first?
Right, and I think that's hard. It's harder in the rural communities because a lot of their families are ranching families and farming families, and the way we target high school students is their parents. We really talk one-on-one with their parents. We have parent nights, financial aid opportunities where they get to talk a little bit more about federal financial aid. A lot of people hear, financial assistance and they think of welfare. I get that question a lot. Well, do we have to go on welfare? Is this a welfare program? We offer several opportunities here at the college. We have a Millennium Parent Night that we educate, again, about financial aid, and it's really targeting those students and those families and talking about, college is important not only educationally, but to further your career. There's plenty of statistics. I think 80% of students who do post-high school training, so education, those kinds of things, go on to get higher paying jobs. So we really look at those statistics and use those statistics when we're talking to kids.
Because money talks.
Because money talks. And it's not even, you can make $70,000 a year. You can go out and buy a Ford F-350 with a boat and four-wheelers. And, that's the kinds of things they're looking at. Working with high school students, they really want to see, well, what is college going to do for me? You need to prove to me through events you have and through what you're saying that this is really going to benefit me.
Absolutely. And I know I've seen recent census data that shows that if you get a 2-year college degree, your lifetime earnings will be about 30% or more higher than they would have been with just a high school degree. And then if you go on and get the bachelor's degree 2 years later, there's even more potential. It's about 50% more. So the sooner a student starts on that college degree and finishes earlier in their life, the longer they have to increase their earnings over their career and lifetime. So it makes so much sense, but it's hard to tell that to a kid, isn't it?
Right, it is. And, I come from a rural community. I'm from Wyoming, and there were 25 people in the town that I grew up in. And so, my grandparents, their parents, we own a family ranch, and my mother is an educator, and it took her a long time to convince me that I needed to go to college and I needed to get things taken care of so that I could better myself and better my lifestyle. And I think, that's something that the kids connect with out here as well, and their parents, is that the people that work here at the college also come from small communities. The majority of the people that work here came from Carson City, and they understand that small community like Luis was talking about, where it makes you feel more comfortable. And that's what we offer here at Western, is a family, a close-knit family that, I get parents call me all the time about their kids, and I'm the outreach coordinator. I work with them, I get them from high school to the college, and I don't necessarily see them in any other aspect. They go to a counselor and they move on, but I still get parents who call me and just to check in, which is different from, a larger university in Reno. We get a lot of students who come back from Reno because it was too big and they felt like they needed something a little better. For example, in Fallon, they have quite a few students that come back from Reno from UNR because it was too overwhelming. And again, it's that small community that we offer here that makes it so great to go here.
Plus, it's more expensive at the university, and our prices are much better.
That's true. That's true. So talking about what Katie said about trying to connect with those students and their parents, what techniques do you employ to do that for the Latino community? And what should we be doing?
I think we are doing the right thing and at the right time. We actually attending to a committee, Latino Parents Committee. They have meetings every Tuesday night, and they are very closely involved with the whole community, with the schools mainly, and those are the students that we want to make sure that they can come to the college. And also, just the title, Latino Parents Committee, we have a lot of parents going there. And the way that we need to attack that is trying to make sure that we can help to educate the parents. If they can get the message, I'm very sure that they're going to be motivating their kids to come to the college. And also there are events in the city that we are going to be promoting for all Latinos to come to the college. And this month we are going to have the Salsa and Salsa Festival. We are going to be present there. And we also going to have a Latino Queen contest on Sunday the 15th. And we are going to be present there. We are going to have a booth. We are going to be sharing information about what we can offer for them. And also, sometimes we see people in the supermarkets, in the parks, and they always trying to know, what do you have for us at the college? So we have to make sure that we can tell them exactly that they are welcome, and we offer many courses for them.
Absolutely. And there's certainly more student life at the college than there has been in the past. I know, Katie, talk about some of the new student life initiatives. I know there's athletics. I know there's a lot more going on with the student government.
We have quite a bit. Student government this year has been amazing already. They're trying to get more involved in events we have on campus. Through outreach and other departments, they'll be participating heavily in our Latino Community Day. The president of our student government, she's from Mexico. Her parents are missionaries down in Mexico, and she lived there she grew up in Mexico all of her life. And she is wonderful working with our students. Her sister and her both are on student government, and they'll be participating in the Latino Community Day. And that's really, really nice to have that diversity in the student government, because they understand the needs of students. You know, we have 3 Latino students in student government now, and we also have a Chinese student. So the diversity is starting to build. We're starting to get a younger population that wants to be more involved in campus life and wants to be more involved in activities we have. And then student government has wonderful activities that they put on every semester, just fun events that the students can get involved in. And we have Faces, Voices, and Stories, which is a lecture series that anyone from the community as well as the college is invited to come participate.
And that's free.
And that's free.
And it's about 5 or 6 times a year.
I think we have 8. I think we have 8
really?
This year. 7 or 8.
And what types of things? Without you don't know, are they dances? Are they lectures? Are they slideshows?
Some of them are lectures. They're authors that have written a book that are coming to talk about their life experiences. We had a jazz pianist come, and she was wonderful. What else have we had?
An instructor who went to Africa. She went to. She's going to be presenting. I explain about her experience.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all ways to enrich it. And I know there's also the Wildcats athletic team.
Yes, and we have wonderful athletics, the baseball and soccer team that we have. The soccer team kicked off their season last weekend in Shasta, and they're a wonderful team. Both, they're all soccer. Well, they're girls, they're women, and then we have the men's baseball team. So there's ways to get involved. Come watch the baseball games in the spring. How much is admission? Good question.
It's not very much for students. It's free with an ID.
Right.
So if you're a student,
you can come check out baseball right in Carson City. I mean, and it's very competitive and fun to watch. And it's a great way to bring our community together. I know there's a lot of people that come up from the community to watch, especially on Fridays. Most of the games are Fridays and Saturdays. And then the girls are out at Edmonds Field. There's
also now, in Carson City, there's bus service to the campus, isn't there? And I think that's probably something that will really help some of our students who, like me, when I was in college, I didn't own a car, and I was definitely dependent on public transportation. And hopefully that will also be a benefit to not only the Latino community, but all the communities. And have you seen that as an assistance that people are taking advantage of?
They are, because every day I can see when the people is coming using those little buses. And it is so helpful for them, because there always some reason because they cannot come to the college, and sometimes transportation is a good reason, but now they find a way to come, and that's the best way to come here, and cheap.
Yes, because I know they have semester-long passes that are about $75 or something, something very reasonable for a whole semester of writing unlimited time, so that I was thinking a student could do their laundry, they could go to the grocery all on the bus if they had to.
And they get those passes at the bookstore, correct?
At the college bookstore, right. So I know that there are opportunities to help. What are some of the biggest needs of the Latino community that we're trying to, is it finances? Is it just knowing about what we have? Is it the programs that we offer? Name a couple of the programs that our Latino community might be interested in.
With Lupe, we had the opportunity to be in one Saturday. They brought some students from middle school, and at night we had the opportunity to meet the parents, and we talked to them about some of the programs we offer. And when we mentioned the construction, welding, machine shop, auto classes, they were happy because they said, this is what we want to see. And we need to spread the information around town so that way they can take advantage of this. Again, if they are working and they need to improve their skill, they just can't to take classes, they go back to work, and they are going to make more money.
That's true, and a better quality of life.
That's right.
Now, Western has a brand new bachelor's degree in construction. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, I think the name changed, and the reason was because we now are able to offer the 4 years degree, and the first program we are going to be creating is in construction. So any student who wants to get a bachelor, they don't need to go to UNR or anywhere. They can take it here.
And it's a management degree, a construction
yes,
management, to be the supervisor or job coordinators, etc.
And that's a good thing because I believe if you have a degree and you go to any construction company, they will like it. If you are living in this area, every single city they have a different regulation in construction. If you live in this area, why don't you take the classes here and you can get a good job?
That's right.
And you will get a good pay.
And of course, like Lupe, you can also transfer to a bachelor's degree program at a university and continue on that way too. So there are lots of opportunities. In the time we have left, let's go over the Latino Community Day specifics so that people know where to come and what they're going to expect.
Okay, well, they will be, the event will take place here at the Carson campus, and I'm going to also mention who is invited, and of course that's everybody, and we are going to be distributing flyers to the elementary schools here in the Carson area, the Douglas area, Dayton, Lyon County, all of Lyon County, we're going to cover.
And anybody's welcome.
Anybody's welcome. Anybody.
And what are the hours and the date?
The hours are from 10 to 1, and the date is October 6th. Again, it's going to be an event that's going to be full of activities, full of important information, and most importantly, we want to welcome the Latino community.
We want parents,
children, families,
high schoolers,
current students, high school
young
students.
adults who haven't started college yet.
Absolutely.
Really anybody who needs to find out more about going to college and Western Nevada College in particular.
Very true.
So I want to thank all of you for being with me. It's been a very interesting show, and I hope you'll come back.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I hope you've enjoyed our show as well. We'll see you next time on Lifelong Learning on Location.